Hey folks, Rob Flux here with another Real Deal in the Field, and I'm here with my former students, Peter and Michael, at the completion of their very first project. It's a 4 townhouse project in New Lambton Heights in Newcastle. Now, hey folks, now you might be able to hear a little bit of road noise out here, but we actually wanted to tell you a little bit about the story of the road noise, because very soon this road noise is about to disappear, and then we're going to duck inside in order to have a look at the detail of the project. So guys, why is this currently main road thoroughfare not an issue for this particular deal?
That's because there's another bypass getting built down the road. So once that's completed, it would take a lot of noise away from the traffic.
And so that, and this is also a very prestige area. So you guys recognise that up front when you're actually doing your suburb analysis side of things, saw the opportunity. Timing wise, how long until that bypass is going to complete?
Well, they say about 1.5 years.
Another 1.5 years. So reflective of the fact that I guess the price points in this area I guess are rising as a result of that, and will get even better in a 1.5 years' time for the next guy.
And you've got a hospital getting built, $1 billion spent on the hospital just down the road.
So with that said, folks, just because of the road noise, we are going to duck out the back and actually have a look at a little bit more of the project. So we'll see you in a sec. Hey folks, here we are at the back, and I guess with the back 2 townhouses, and we thought we'd just give you a little bit of insights in, firstly, how we actually found the property in the first place, because there's a huge story that sits in and around that one, and then how you two, I guess, got together with as joint venture partners with a third one along the way as well. So firstly, mate, big story on this particular one with regards to how you found the deal. So Pete, take us through the roller coaster that was the deal find.
So I was looking in the area for a while, and I did come across the site. And we made offers to the site. We had contracts to the site, and we were about to buy the site, but we got gazumped, and the agent, strung me along, knowing that, it was for someone else. But
he told you it was your deal.
It was my deal.
The whole time
it was my deal.
The whole time he was telling you it was your deal.
And then we found out later on why the contract wasn't signed at 11:45, because someone else signed it. And so there was a big story with that. So, having looked around the area and losing that site, we were very down and out. My wife and I, we were upset, didn't know what to do. We spoke to Rob, had a conference call. I met him with Rob. But the outcome of that was that we stayed cordial with the agent that let me be gazumped on that site. I still, work with the agent, and like nothing has happened. And then,
the point of it being keep your relationships alive.
Yeah,
right?
correct.
Because whilst the agent didn't do the right thing, you still had a hard conversation with him, but in a polite and respectful way, and that sort of thing. And then because you had that, the very next thing that happened was what?
So he rang me up because, Peter, I might have some for you, and then told me about it. And so I brought my car, raced up in the afternoon. So this was an old house. While I was here, he was taking photos ready to be listed. And so he said, I got 1 week to make a decision. The next week we'll be going on market. So I did my FISO, mentoring course with Rob, all that sort of things. It ended up, it made sense. So I made the offer. And then, we got the site. The vendor accepted our offer, and we got the site that way.
Very good. So, and what was the timeline between getting gazumped on the first one and the second one coming up, mate?
About 4 months.
About 4 months in between, but kept that relationship alive. And in the meantime, you went and bought another property,
Yes.
So he's gone and spent all his cash, went and bought an investment property,
Yes.
not a development
site. Because I was in the dumps, we were frustrated, so we went and bought a property. So guess what? I got no money. When this site came up, I got no money. Well, we made the offer anyway. They accepted the offer. So what's the next thing to do? Find a joint venture partner. And so, I reached out to the community.
I think you called me that afternoon.
I did. I called you that afternoon.
Yeah. So you called me that afternoon.
Yeah.
Said I've got this site. I knew nothing about the area. But after reviewing, I think I spent about half a day looking at it. So it had multiple options. We could have renovated the house, sold that, 1, 2, 3, 4. Looked at the area, looked at what's happening in the area with the upgrade of the hospital. There was enough evidence there to say, yep, this can work.
Definitely. Yeah.
So multiple exit strategies, and I talk about a thing called highest and best use, not always the maximum density. In this instance, it was the maximum density, but no matter what, you've had many ways to actually get out of the deal, which is always a great thing.
Yeah.
Now, there's also a third partner in this
Tom.
deal.
So he's a Newcastle local. We brought him along. I've been, we were friends for a while. He's got the experience. So, both of us being newbies, we thought, we bring in someone experienced, and he's brought a lot of value to it. So, grateful for Tom and his help along the way.
Yep. So I guess when you're taking on your very first project, and it's a 4 townhouse project, folks, having someone that's already got some runs on the board.
Definitely helps. Definitely. It helps with finance as well.
And also the fact that he's local, which means that he can come visit the site when you guys are Sydney-based. So,
correct.
Now, that said, folks, we're going to just duck inside, have a look. We've got these properties that are actually staged for sale, so let's have a look around.
Thank you.
So we're inside the project. These are now complete. Construction certificate. They're actually staged for sale and that sort of thing. So beautiful product goes. Well done for your very first project. Not everything goes to plan. So it looks nice and beautiful right now, but you had a few curveballs along the way. Tell us about the curveballs, because you had one design that was like gorgeous and didn't quite work. So what happened there?
So we did the design. We lodged the application. Everything was approved, DA approved. Then we went to the next phase, which was the cost in the construction, and the cost that we were getting back was it was too much. It wasn't going to work.
And that's when the stage when the cost of construction everywhere
it just went up and up and up.
Was going up and up and up because you had a premium product. I guess that just added a little bit more to the thing.
Correct.
So what was the antidote to that?
So we had to redesign it. We had to change the facades, the building. We had nice curves, all with bells and whistles. So we had to redesign that. And that went back to council. It was about to be approved. Then the town planner, the council decided to move on. So that was allocated to a new town planner, which said, we're going to reassess this whole thing again. So that cost us about 6-7 months.
So it was right at the final conclusion of getting the second approval. Was that at the end of COVID? What was the timing of that? So the COVID was over by then.
It was over.
But still councils in catch-up mode.
Correct.
And a lot of councils around the country, folks, were short-staffed at the time. And that was a perfect example of that. It's getting reallocated. It would have been good if they had put some file limits to actually go, these are the only one or two things. If you work in council, internal processes, folks, that would be good. But that in itself didn't actually end up being that bad a thing, because at the same time, prices were also coming around. So, you know, sometimes I guess behind issues and challenges are also opportunities, folks. What are some of the other challenges that you might have had along the way, folks?
Well, we had a challenge with we had to relocate the sewer. So it went straight across the block. So that actually comes down across where the driveway is. We were hoping to do that as part of construction. But
Get construction to pay for it.
yeah, so we worked out all the numbers. That was going to get done part of construction. But unfortunately, Hunter Water said no. You have to do that as before we give you CC. So that was about $28,000. So that was a bit of a surprise. But we had a little bit of money to cover that. And then CC then construct.
So being clear, it was in the feasibility, right? So it's not that it wasn't there, but what was the surprise was the fact that you couldn't actually do it as part of your construction contract. So you had to bring that forward, pay for that out of your own cash.
Correct.
I guess before the construction certificate was even, I guess, offered. So that always hurts.
It always hurts.
I guess when you factor in a little bit of cash flow. So be very mindful, I guess, with your development approval conditions, I guess the impacts of some of those things on your cash flow, and make sure that there's always some extra stuff in the kitty.
Extra stuff in the kitty is really important. Who knows what can come up?
Things happen.
Even now, we still got a bit of buffer in the kitty just to do a bit of repairs around, so it's always so you don't always draw down to everything.
No, everything.
Always don't run on the red line.
Correct.
Do not run on the red line, unless you're at the racetrack, folks. Now, this is project number 1, but since then, I guess you've picked up a couple more along the way. So just give us the 2-second tour of the other projects you got going on, guys.
The next one will be 1 into 4 Torrance-style homes. There'll be actual houses. This is a really good suburb, schools, shopping centers, the whole thing. The year is about to come out. And then we've got another one, which is a high-end duplex in a really good seaside suburb. And then we're also negotiating Meetup.
That one. Yeah, we've negotiated on another deal, which is a 6-pack, and it's having a few, let's say, challenges at the moment. So that's just put on hold. Once those legal challenges are out of the way, then that's deal number 4.
There you go. And not bad from a standing start, folks. So just to show you how quickly you can start to escalate your project. Now, some parting words for people wanting to put some joint ventures together. I've seen you guys go from strength to strength with your joint venture relationship. If for anyone out there wanting to do joint ventures in any way, shape or form, what are the things that make your joint venture work?
Well, the thing that Rob says when we started was that 100% of something is better than 0% of nothing. So
It
was the other way around?
50% of something is better than 100% of nothing.
Yeah, something like that.
100% of nothing is not good at all.
100% of nothing is not good. So even though when the site came to me, I couldn't have done it. I didn't say no. I just I had to run around and luckily found Mike. Ever since then, we found out that we worked really well together. We formed a partnership and a friendship along the way.
Well, just thinking about it, when I said yes to this deal, we'd already got to know each other. Coffees, we had a couple of beers. So that's, if you're working with other people, it's good to get to know each other first. Not jump into that. So you warm up to each other. And I guess the successful part is strength and weakness is we support each other. And above all, you just don't get emotional.
Yeah,
it's a business.
It's all about the number
and respect. That's the big one.
It's respect.
So in the sales phase now, any bites on it at the moment, mate?
Couple, not quite where it needs to be.
Yeah,
so close, but not quite
close. There. Yeah, we had offers, but opportunity explore global offers. But we pretty much we're not in a hurry to sell.
It'll sell.
It will sell.
This is the last one. It will sell. We're just going to find the right person.
Yeah. So we were sold before, really.
So 3 out of the 4 already sold, folks, and this is the last one. So they're just holding on for that last. This kind of trying to squeeze the lemon a little bit.
Yes, we are.
Yeah. There you go. Folks, thank you for sharing your story. We're going to hear the full story at an upcoming Real Deal presentation in Sydney. These guys are regulars at our community there. So if you're looking to come and learn a little bit about your property development journey, make sure you turn up to one of our meetups. We run them in Brisbane, Sydney, Melbourne and Adelaide. Soon to be doing that in Perth. You can turn up in person to any one of those, or you can live stream anywhere in the country. Till then, boys, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you.
Congrats.
Thank you.
See ya.
Thanks, guys.